a very good evening to each and everyone present over here. We have come to an end of a remarkable 3 days international conference on advances in smart materials, chemicals, and biochemical engineering, ChemSmart 22. On behalf of the organizing committee of ChemSmart 22 and the Department of Chemical Engineering, I sincerely thank the dignitaries and the researchers for enlightening us with the broad scope of most recent innovations, trends, concerns, practical challenges encountered, and the solutions adopted from the perspective of different departmental backgrounds. I, Pratima Minch, cordially welcome you all for the valedictory session of ChemSmart 22. I take this opportunity to invite the dignitaries, our guest of honor, Madhusri Kundu ma'am, Professor Avanti Sahu, our chairperson, ChemSmart 22, Dr. Krunal Gangawane sir, convener, ChemSmart 2022, Dr. Adidesh Kumawat sir, co-convener, ChemSmart 22, and Mahendra Chintala sir, also co-convener, ChemSmart 22, to occupy their seats on dais. And I would also request our departmental organizing committee members, Vijit Sen sir, to come up on the dais also. Thank you, ma'am and sirs. Now I request Dr. Krunal Gangawane, the convener of ChemSmart 22, to give a welcome note for this valedictory function.
Good evening to all. Thank you, Pratima. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, Professor Madhusri Kundu madam, guest of honor, Professor Avanti Sahu madam, the head of the department and chairman ChemSmart, Professor Mahendra Chintala and Dr. Adidesh Kumawat, the co-conveners, and departmental organizing committee member, Professor Sujit Sen sir. Good evening all, dear participants, the student volunteers, ladies and gentlemen. So a very good evening to all of you. It is an honor for me to welcome you all for the valedictory function of this international conference on smart materials, chemical and biochemical engineering, ChemSmart 22, which is organized by Department of Chemical Engineering, NIT Rourkela. So this during these 3 days, we have seen that we have organized 6 keynote lectures and 18 oral presentation technical sessions and 2 poster presentation sessions. So I'm grateful to the all national as well as international keynote speakers like Dr. Asit Kumar Das sir, Vice President and Head of Reliance R&D, Dr. Ms. Bijal Matkar, Director Research and Innovation, Solvay International Limited, Professor G.P. Rangaiah, National University of Singapore, Professor Suman Chakrabarti, IIT Kharagpur, Dr. Vinay Amte, the Assistant Vice President, Reliance Refinery Limited, Mumbai Complex, Professor Siddharth Panda, IIT Kanpur, Professor Sankar Bhattacharya, Monash University, Professor Hakan F. Estop, Firat University, Turkey, and Kaustubh Mohanty sir, IIT Guwahati sir. So I thank all the esteemed keynote speaker who took time from their busy schedule and gave us a very informative lecture. I am sure their lecture will inspire young minds and attending both in online and offline mode. Thank you. I also want to thank our season chairs like Professor Madhusri Kundu madam, Professor Basudev Munshi, Professor Sujit Sen sir, Dr. H.M. Jana sir, Dr. Pradeep Chaudhary sir, Dr. Arvind Kumar sir, Dr. Mahendra Chintala, Dr. Adidesh Kumar, Dr. Suvarna Trivedi, Ram Chandra Pradhan sir, and many more. And also want to thank the season chairs like Dr. Angan Sen Gupta, IIT Jodhpur, Dr. Anup Kumar Gupta, IIT Patna, Professor Ram Prakash Bharati, IIT Rourkela, and many more. So thank you all, and I welcome to this valedictory function to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We have one of our another departmental organizing committee member here present in this room, Dr. Pradeep Chaudhary, sir. I would really like you to come up on the stage, sir, and have a seat, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I would request our volunteers to bring up on the stage the bouquets to honor our guest of honor and the committee members present over here. Thank you, volunteers. Now I cordially invite Professor Madhushri Kundu ma'am to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, Professor Abanti Shahu, Head of the Department and Chairperson of ChemSmart 22, and Dr. Krunal Gangawane, and Professor Soumya, our conveners of ChemSmart 22, Professor Mahendra Chintala and Professor Adidesh Kumavat, the co-convener of ChemSmart 22, all other my departmental faculty colleagues, my dear students, student volunteers, and participants came here to disseminate their research work. A very warmth afternoon to all of you. Now, I have been asked to tell a few things. I came a little bit later. It is the last day. Unfortunately, for some occupancy, I could not be here during the inaugural session and the other day as well. So I think I missed them all, but at least I have been trying to compensate for my absence today with a lot of presence today. And I think that it was really a grand success in the way that I have heard that over 30 poster presentations were delivered, over 200 oral presentations were delivered, and it is a delight for the organizers like us to really have a huge kind of response for this sort of international conference, and it was organized in a hybrid mode, and we really could manage to have exponents from the international scenario and from the IITs as well. So I hope that everybody had a very, very enriched time with respect to some of the brainstorming sessions they had. And again, I tell I missed, but today also I have been judging, rather I was looking some of the poster sessions, and I have seen, and also yesterday some of the oral presentation sessions I was judging. I have seen that how much people are putting stress on material research, and this is the genuine need at this moment. Because we should be very much self-sufficient in terms of the material research, and then comes the application. So it is a very timely connotation this conference have seen. So, and I want to be very thankful to the young researchers with a lot of encourage and enthusiasm. They have come and they have just put their effort. They have disseminated their efforts, and we really could gather some of the informations, and that we can bring forward so that something meaningful can be done for the society and all. So I am again very much, at the end, very much thankful from the core of my heart that this kind of show or this kind of conference we could really arrange, and you participated. I think some people came from outside the institute, and so I think you have just enjoying the hospitality and the greenery of our campus. So I hope so. If some kind of mistakes or some kind of shortcomings would have been there, so we hope that it will be compensated for the next time when we will be arranging another international conference, and hope to see you all and have a very bright future to all the participants. And at the last but not the least, I really appreciate the kind of effort and sincerity have been put up by our student volunteers. They have been really taking a lot of effort. As I have reached over here and the dais, they have been so much proactive. So thank you everybody. And I want to thank to the organizers, the conveners, co-conveners, and Professor Avanti Sahu as the chairperson, that she has coordinated a very well orchestrated international conference. Okay, so we hope to have these things in future also. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would request Dr. Soumya Mohapatr, sir, convener of ChemSmart 22, to come up on the stage, sir, and have a seat. On this note, I would request Professor Madhushri Kundu ma'am to honor Professor Avanti Sahu, the chairperson, ChemSmart 22, with a memento. I would like the volunteers to bring up on the stage the mementos, please. And I would request Professor Sujit Sen sir to honor our conveners, Dr. Krunal Gangawane sir, and co-conveners, Chintala sir and Adhidev Kumawat sir, with memento. And also our another convener, Soumya sir. Thank you, everyone. I'm thankful to the session chairs who rendered their valuable time in spite of their busy schedule. I request Professor Avanti Sahu ma'am to honor them with memento as a token of gratitude. The first will be for Professor Madhushri Kundu ma'am.
I did not do much, only one session I did.
Then, ma'am, then for Dr. Pradeep Chaudhary, sir. Professor Sujit Sen, sir. Then Dr. Mahindra Chintala, sir. Ma'am. No, ma'am. Section chairs, ma'am. Just two more, ma'am. And lastly, Dr. Adidesh Kumawat, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Moving on with the next event, now we will be felicitating all the presenters from other institutes. So I would request Dr. Krunal Gangawane, sir, the convener ChemSmart 22, to commend our participants. Ritika Singh, Rungta College of Pharmaceutical Science and Research, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Mrs. Parveen Nehra, Rungta College of Pharmaceutical Science and Research, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Mukesh Kumar, IIT Jodhpur. Aparna Singh, IIT Jodhpur. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Mohapatr, sir, to felicitate the other presenters with certificates. Lopamudra Diggal, C.V. Raman Global University. Pushpita Biswal, C.V. Raman Global University. Ajmal Koya Pullikal, NIT Mizoram. Arasu B, RVS College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. JJS Pravalika, MS Ramaya Institute of Technology. Then lastly, Triloki Rana, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee University, Ranchi. Thank you so much, Mohapatr, sir. The evening of the inaugural day witnessed many wonderful performances, including the classical dance forms, song with musical instruments, and recitations. Our performers showcased their talents in spite of such short notice, and we highly appreciate them. So I would request Dr. Krunal Gangawane, convener ChemSmart 22, to kindly felicitate our performers. Susangati Panda. Okay. Mridula Ghosh. Pranav Kumar Dwivedi. Arya Bharadwaj. Samadrita Roy. Kumari Shubham. Sarthak Prasad Sahu. Pooja Dokania. Kajal Kishori. Sumesh Kumar Gaur. Then I would request the external participants who have come from different corner of India, if they would have any feedback to share with us about their experience while attending this ChemSmart 22. Anyone? Or any suggestions?
Very good afternoon, respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my fellow participants, research scholars. It has been a great pleasure and an honor to be part of this 3 days international conference on the advances in smart materials, chemical and biochemical engineering, ChemSmart 2022. So I don't have much thing to say, but one thing I must appreciate that the organizers, they have done it very well. And when I arrived it was in the midnight, and I had to call because I was not allowed to enter into your campus. So I had to call one of the organizer, I think, so convener or co-convener, I don't know. But the response, even in the midnight also, he very well much cooperated and guided me. So, and this way, I hope that he might have done with all the participants. And it was very nice experience to be in your campus for the 3 days. I'm coming from Mizoram, so basically we don't have the campus because your institute is 60 years old, as I understand. So we are just 12 years, we don't have the campus, but we have many buildings we own, rented on hiring basis. So staying in the campus is something. Then we also dream of getting our permanent campus, but we don't know when it will happen. But the thing is that I really enjoyed the stay in the campus, the accommodation, everything. The madam was saying that maybe some discomfort or anything. Nothing was there. Everything was much perfect. And one more thing I noticed here is that as a faculty, I know that how hard it is to organize any such conference, specifically the international one. So the teachers cannot take part in all the activities, they can just guide. So the research scholars, the coordination among the research scholars, it's something wonderful. I must appreciate it. So a big round of applause to them. And I liked it because they managed everything very nicely. It was quite wonderful. And the technical sessions also. So nowadays, the ministry also, it is everything, the research, they are focusing on the product oriented. So selecting the topics, arranging the keynote lectures, all the talks was very nice, and the organizers, they kept the balance of both academic and industry, means in a proper proportion. So it was very nice, enjoyed very much, and I hope in future also you will be organizing much conference, and I will be happy to be part of that. Thank you so much. Okay, okay.
Anyone else? You all are welcome for feedback.
Any lady member, please come up.
Pravalika ma'am.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Actually, this is my first in-person conference, and I had a really wonderful experience, and everything is very nice. Thank you.
Okay, so from my side, I would be thanking ladies and gentlemen, specifically all the volunteers and the other fellow members from NIT fraternity. It is because of all your active support and cooperation, the last 3 days witnessed action-packed, audience-packed technical sessions. Not only these technical sessions, which had immense exchange of ideas and knowledge, but also a cultural extravaganza, evening added an exciting flavor to this conference. So the ChemSmart 22 have definitely scripted a success story, and all thanks to you all. With that, I would request Dr. Mahindra Chintala, sir, co-convener ChemSmart 22, to propose a vote of thanks.
Respected HOD Department of Chemical Engineering, Professor Avanti Sahu, Professor Madhusri Kundu, Professor Sujit Sen, Professor Pradeep Chaudhary, Professor Soumya Mohapatr, Professor Conveners Krunal Gangawane, and Professor Soumya Mohapatr, and co-convener Adidesh, and faculty colleagues, participants, and my dear students. Very good evening to all of you. So we have come to the concluding stage of this international conference on smart materials, chemical engineering and biochemical engineering. And so before concluding that, so few words we have to talk about. So it's been more than a year-long efforts from our conveners, Professor Krunal Gangawane and Professor Soumya Mohapatra, in organizing this conference. So when we have initiated this last year, so they have given a lot of inputs and efforts from their side. And when we have started advertising this in Jan 2022, we got an overwhelming response from all the participants. We received more than 300 abstracts for this conference, in which 270 were selected for presentations. Out of 270, 212 oral presentations were given in over 18 technical sessions, and more than 50 poster presentations were presented by the participants. And more than 10 participants came here from different parts of our different institutes from different parts of our country, taking long journeys. I appreciate and thank all of the participants who have come from long distances in this cold winter. And so before concluding this, I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Director, Dr. Professor Uma Maheshwar Rao, even though he is not here. So he has provided all the facilities in organizing this international conference. He has given permission to utilize the facilities like auditorium, guest house, and he has provided all the facilities. Even though he is not here, he had his wishes and blessings. And we should thank our convener, Professor Krunal Gangawane, who struggled a lot in getting permissions from different publishers to get the selected papers published. We got approval for 3 special issues because of his efforts. We should thank him for his efforts. It's not Means when we started this conference, we were not having any funding in January 2022. With the efforts of Professor Krunal Gangawane, Professor our Avanti Saha and Professor Soumya Mohapatr, who arranged, if you could see the list there. So every day it is increasing day by day. Every time we have to update the list. So these many sponsors were there because of their efforts only. So we should thank all the credit goes to the three of them. And I would like to thank all the chief guests who have come from different parts of the country. Like first day we have seen Aziz Das sir and Varun sir and Vijal madam, who have come from Gujarat all the way and to address this gathering. And we would like to thank all the keynote speakers, technical session chairs for their valuable time in spite of their busy schedule. So, and we would like to thank our sponsors, Sir, DRDO, SMFA, L&T, Aarti Steels, Bharati Innovative Technical Solutions, Govindarajan Projects Private Limited, Sri Ganesh Metallics Limited, Pavan Jai Sponge Iron Limited, BITS, Umesh Foundations, Sri Creations, Mega Engineering Infrastructure Limited, Om Scientific and Chemicals. So we thank from our bottom of heart for their financial support in organizing this international conference. And I would like to thank all the faculty colleagues of our department for their voluntary time-to-time inputs. And the last but not the least, so this conference would not be this successful without the efforts and hard work from our research scholars. So some are in the stages of writing their thesis, some are making their synopsis, some are conducting experiments, some are busy in booking slots, some are busy in finding instruments, some are busy in finding the research gaps, some are all because even in spite of their struggling times, in spite of who is organizing this event, so all the scholars of our department have come forward and voluntarily they are doing all these efforts. And so we should appreciate we are appreciating from our bottom of hearts. Without your efforts, this conference won't be this successful. So once again, big applause to all your efforts in spite of your struggles. And we thank all the participants for coming over from long distances. And we hope we had a good stay at NIT Rourkela. So thank you for being here. Thank you. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I would like you to present our memento token for our very loved professor, Dr. Vasudev Munshi, sir. I hope all of you had a very wonderful experience over the past 3 days. So we end our international conference, ChemSmart 22 here. Thank you so much.
So for all are invited for one group photo here, please.